next comedian, very, very funny, very interesting life. You might have seen him on Last Comic Standing or BuzzFeed, so please put your hands together for Mr. Erik Escobar.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? We're celebrating tonight. We're having a party. Make some noise. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, buddy. Real quick, before I start doing jokes, I just want to call someone out really quick. Gentleman right over here. What's your name? Steve. Clap it up for Steve, guys. Clap it up for Steve. We all love you, Steve. It's great. What I like about this crowd is everyone laughs at jokes, but Steve, he does not laugh at jokes. He just gives nods of approval, which I think is so... It's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, someone did a joke, Steve was just like... I don't know if you didn't hear a joke or didn't like a joke. There was a minute-long period where Steve just stared, and it was the scariest thing I've ever seen. It was horrible. And then you nodded. You're great. Clap it up for Steve again. You're wonderful, Steve. We love you. You got a nod. You're the best. Oh man. So I'm not from here. I'm California. This is really scary. The day before I left to come here, someone got shot outside my apartment. I was freaking out because it was the first time I've ever used a gun. All right, guys. But real talk, guns kind of freaked me out. When I was 17, I went hunting and I tried to shoot this rabbit. And I felt so bad because I accidentally hit the magician. Okay, it was the worst birthday party I've ever been to. I like Richland though. I was hanging around that mall right up the street. It was cool, but it was weird. This homeless guy came up to me. I didn't expect this. He didn't ask for change. He asked me a weird question. He came up to me and he asked, "Are you pro-gay?" And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Are you pro-gay?" And I was like, "Sir, I'm not even amateur gay, all right?" So, when did you guys get a league? You know what I mean? I'm a fantasy guy, I'm gonna draft Steve. Let's go. We'll have a good time holding hands, running through, nodding through the fields. It'll be great. I like traveling because here's the thing, I got a horrible roommate back home. Clap it up if you've ever had a horrible roommate. Who's a bad roommate here? You, cool. If you were quiet right now, you were the horrible roommate, all right? So, look in the mirror and do your dishes. I really have the worst roommate ever. She's messy, she's loud, she's my mom. And, I love her though, I love her so much, she's super cute. It's just weird being 29 years old living at home, all right? She gets mad at me over everything. She caught me smoking the other day and she freaked out. I was like, "What's the big deal? It's only meth." But my mom, she's adorable. She's a little Filipino lady. She's got a really thick accent. When I was growing up, my mom would be like, Erik, do you want to see the ocean? Do you want to go surfing? Do you want to go see the beach? I know, I'd be like, "What did you just say, Mom?" She'd be like, "Oh, do you want to see the beach?" I'm like, "Mom, I don't want to see Grandma right now. Get off my back, jeez." My mom's Filipino, like I said. My dad's Mexican. It's great being Mexipino. I like it a lot. They even each other out. Filipinos, man, Filipino men, we go bald super early. I started losing my hair at 18 years old. It was the worst. So as a Filipino, kind of sucks, but it works out because since I'm half Mexican, by the time I was in kindergarten, I could grow a mustache. So, I'll take it. It's weird though. I had the two races with the worst names in the whole world. We have horrible names. Filipino side, great example. I got an uncle named Boy. All right, he is my Uncle Boy. Okay. My question is how lazy were my grandparents? You know what I mean? Here's your boy, he's a son, what do you want to name him? Yes. No. What if we were all born that way? Every single one of us. We were just born by whatever they saw when we were like birthed. You know what I mean? I'd be like, what's up? My name is like baby boy. This is my girlfriend. Her name's baby girl. This is my daughter. Her name is premature. And this is my son. His name is, why is he black? I don't understand. Looks like our attractive neighbor. What's going on with you, Antoine? Come on, let's go hang out. Oh my God, the Mexican side, we also have some pretty bad names. My last name, horrible. It's Escobar. I know. You hear Escobar, who do you think about? Pablo, exactly. It's messed up, because whenever people hear Escobar, they always say the same thing. They're always like, oh, are you related to Pablo? Are you in a cartel? And it doesn't really bother me, all right? Because they'll be dealt with. I'm actually super excited. I'm going to Mexico in 2 weeks. I got a free flight. Clap it up for a free flight. That's always super awesome. Super stoked. I'm getting deported. But guys, I feel like I will make the best of it. Some of y'all may have seen me before. You may have seen me on Last Comic Standing or Comedy Central or Craigslist. And it's weird, man. I just got this agent back home, and this agent's like, I'm gonna send you on auditions for TVs and movies, but only for things that match your look, that match your type. So far, I've only been getting cholo auditions. A cholo is a Mexican gangster, and you can tell how tough I am by the way I pronounce cholo, all right? Like, I'm not a scary guy, I'm not a tough guy. And it's weird, because every time I'm auditioning for a cholo role, there are guys in there with eye scars and neck tattoos. I don't look that tough, all right? Like, I look like a cholo who loves hummus and smooth jazz. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna steal your wallet, but I might steal your heart. Hey, oh man. There's lights Valentine's Day. Couples, where are you at? Couples, make some noise, celebrate yourselves. That's great. Did you notice how all the women started wooing and then the men were like, yeah, we gotta clap. That's great. You just nodded. You know what you're doing. What's up, man? I'm dating a girl right now. She's wonderful. She's absolutely amazing. It was weird. She recently asked me, Eric, what are some things that we can do in the bedroom to turn you on more? And I was like, be Asian. And that didn't work. She couldn't do that. Is that really a little too hard for a couple people in here? It's the Pornhub metrics on Richland. I don't know. Oh, I'm surprised. We decided we were going to start role-playing. You guys know what role-playing is? Role-playing is here. I'm a big guy, she's a big gal. What we do is we lay down and we play with each other's roles. It's great. I love it. I'm a little Pillsbury dope babe. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, buddy. Oh man. One thing my girlfriend hates is she hates the way I dress. I dress horribly when I'm not on stage. I love cargo shorts. I love cargo shorts. You can put anything in cargo shorts. You can keep anything in cargo shorts. You know what I mean? Keys, wallet, phone, virginity. Everything can be kept in there. Oh man. But I like it because here's the thing. When I was single, I was really sad. Like, I remember I was single for a long time, and the ex that I had before this girlfriend, it was weird. Like, she would want to have sex 3 or 4 times a day. And if I was lucky, one of those times would be with me. So, what a hoe! That's what I say. I'm over. And then when I was single, I was trying to do online dating. I don't like online dating. I don't like Tinder, all right? I don't want to tell my kids I met their mom while I was drunk on the toilet swiping right, all right? Like, that's just not a fairy tale. But I tried a couple online dating websites. I tried Black People Meet. Just a heads up, you do not want to spell meat wrong. That is a completely different website, let me tell you. I'll still get messages. I'm like, oh, who could it be? Ooh, it doesn't even fit on the screen. Oh my God, I need something bigger. That's beautiful. Met one girl online, we started dating, we had to break up because our lives were going 2 completely different directions. She currently makes 6 figures a year as an engineer for Google. Very impressive, very impressive. My last paycheck was a bag of weed for telling dick jokes in Costco, all right? Like, how do you put that on your taxes? You know what I mean? Like, can I get my W-4 20? You know what I mean? The stoners got it. The stoners got it. It's great. When I was single, I would get really lonely. I would get really sad. One night, I was feeling very lonely, so I got very drunk. Very important story. I was very drunk. Went back home, opened up a laptop, went on Internet Explorer. Then I ended up on a site called Cosmopolitan. I don't know if you know this Cosmopolitan site. It's mainly for females, mainly for the ladies. That's why I want to explain. I was very drunk because it's very embarrassing as a guy to still use Internet Explorer. And I found this article, and it was fascinating, and I want to share it with y'all. It was really cool. It was about how cuddling works in the status of a relationship. Like, if you're a female, and you're lying on your back, and the male, your partner, is the one holding you, it usually means the lady has the dominant personality in the relationship. Very interesting. The next one was the exact opposite, but it's how I cuddle. It's the one where the guy is on his back, and the girl just isn't there. A little tough, guys. This is very exciting, guys. My father turned 75 years old on Friday. 75 years old, clap it up for my dad. He is a wonderful man. I love him very much. But it's weird, because since he's an older guy, he does things, and I'm like, Dad, we're in kind of a new way of doing things. We can't really do things. We can't really say things like that. Like, for instance, the other day, he said Oriental. And I'm like, Dad, we don't say Oriental, just say Asian or Asian American. One time, he called someone a heavyset. And I'm like, Dad, you can't call someone heavyset nowadays. Say they're fat or plus size. Call me fat. Don't call me heavyset, all right? Like, it's weird. But here's the thing that really kind of angered me. The other day, he used the word fag. And I was like, Dad, it's 2020. We do not call people fag anymore. We call them millennials. And don't knock too hard, all right? Don't knock too hard. I'm in that group. It's true though, we're like the weirdest, worst, most awkward generation, all right? Think about it. Like, have you ever had a conversation with like 23-year-olds? It's like you're talking to 23-year-olds, all right, guys? Everyone's crying, no one has a job, they only take Uber Pool, it's really annoying. But I figured it out. I realized why millennials are such an awkward, weird generation. It's because we were the first generation to have smartphones, Wi-Fi, the internet, high tech, and it messed us all up. I can't do anything without my iPhone. I was taking a poop the other day, didn't have my iPhone with me, and I started crying, okay? I started crying, finished my business, and then I got out of the pool. And it was the third worst birthday party I've ever been to. It was absolutely... Oh man. Comedy's great. I love comedy so much, but I compensate life with other jobs. Like, I used to be a professional wrestler. Any professional wrestling fans? Cool, you're gonna hate the next 3 minutes. This is great. I used to be a professional wrestler. It was the best job in the world until my last match. In my last match, I was wrestling this guy. Out of nowhere, he decides to legitimately headbutt me in the dick. Which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Because it was the first time I've seen anyone get a concussion. All right, friends? Ladies, oh man. A lot of weird jobs. I actually used to teach CPR and first aid. You guys seem like a cool crew, so I'm gonna give you a free lesson on the house. If you see someone who's injured, they're unconscious, go and help them. Be a good person. But if you see someone who's injured and they're still aware, they still know what's going on, you have to ask them for consent to help. Or if anything goes wrong, they can sue you. Which is insane, because now if I see someone who's hurt, they need attention, but they're still aware, they're still with it, like I have to go up to them and choke them out. You know what I mean? There you go. can finally help you. Oh man, I was a fat kid. Did you ever have fat kids in the crowd? Any fat kids? You all had abs at 6 years old? All right, that's fair enough. One guy, I got you, homie. We love burritos. It's fine. It was weird, man. Being a fat kid was so weird. I remember it was tough because all of you people in here, all of you people, you're all beautiful people. You're all amazing people. I don't care who you are. You're tremendous value. Give something to the world. But as a kid, when you got these insecurities, you can't really think of yourself as a good person. You know what I mean? Like, as a fat kid in 6th grade, I was so insecure about my size that I used to cut myself. Giant pieces of cake to hide the pain. And they were delicious. Absolutely delicious. I think I'm fat because I hate fruit, all right? Like, I might have an orange slice once in a blue moon. Thank you, Richland. I was on this diet. It's a great diet. I'm actually kind of doing it now. Instead of eating, I'm just smoking cigarettes. It's wonderful. Lose a ton of weight in the beginning, and then a bunch more during chemo. It's absolutely wonderful. Told that joke at a cancer benefit the other day, and it killed. Absolutely killed, guys. Half of you love me more, half of you hate me so much right now. That's absolutely fine. Oh man, I didn't always live in LA. I like LA. You can do anything in LA. You know what I mean? If you want to be an actor, move to LA. You want to be a writer, move to LA. You just want to sit at home and do drugs all the time, move to Kennewick. I feel it's a good place. It's a good place. But I didn't always live there. I used to live in Northern California in the Redwoods. It was beautiful. I lived in the forest. I loved it. But fun fact, it's really hard to bring a girl home when you live in the forest. All right, guys? They're always like, this is really creepy, and get me out of your trunk. So. When I was working up there, I was actually working at a summer camp for kids with disabilities. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Whenever the kids were really great, were really awesome, good behavior, I would give them all Capri Suns. Whenever they were like assholes and all mean, I would give them all Capri Suns with the straws ripped off. Everyone's like, you're a bad person because they're amputees. And I'm like, whatever, man. That is my favorite joke. Hands down. Oh my God, that is a keeper. An absolute keeper. One of the weirdest jobs I ever had, I was actually teaching improv to kids in juvenile hall, which was great, because if you're like a 16-year-old murderer, the one thing you want in your life is a little musical theater. Am I right? And I remember I was doing an improv workshop one time, and I was like, all right, guys, can I get a suggestion for the improv scene? And this kid all the way in the back goes, yo, peanut butter jelly sandwich. And out of nowhere, the whole place started rioting. I don't know what's going on. A security guard pulls me to the side, and he's like, didn't you know? Peanut butter jelly sandwich is underground gang talk, but we're about to shank someone. No, that is not common knowledge, okay? I have never been in a situation where it's been like, can I have your PB&J? Oh yeah, sure. Ah, why'd you do that? I warned you. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't mean that. Guys, let's do this. Who's drinking tonight? Who's drinking? Clap it up. Make some noise! Right. I think a couple of them are in here. Real quick, big round of applause to your servers tonight. They're working very hard. Buy an extra drink, support this club, tip them out very well. They're amazing people. Give them an extra tip. If you love to drink, drink here. If you love to do drugs, I'm just gonna say be a little careful, all right? Be a little careful. Because like, I tried acid for the first time recently, and it was the worst. It was the absolute worst. Because I was tripping out super hard when my little brother ended up walking in the room and asked to try some. Which sucks, because that is the one experience you do not want to have as an only child. All right, guys, it really is tough. Hey guys, my name's been Erik Escobar. I'll be staying high in the back, selling some lighters, selling some merch, helping make some gas money. But right now, clap it up for your wonderful